Hello and welcome, family, to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Seraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life truly on your own terms, in your own narrative, family. It is absolutely critical, and I really pray that you're using all your discernment, because that's literally a technique you need to have built up in order to understand and understand the seasons and times that we're in. Thanks to everyone who came to our aid, family, and heard our appeal to help us keep the channel going. For everyone that has supported us on Patreon, thank you so much, both the old and new followers. We appreciate, love you so much, family, for that. And for everyone that sent us, a donation, we appreciate, love you so much for that. There's so much we could say about that. Special shout out to, of course, John Bacon, Capricia Williams, Roberto Luciano, Selam Haile, Colleen Cromarty, Michael Pierce, Joel Gaia, Ralph Enoho Abega, John Walsh, Thomas Sanders, Pat Toliva, Osayande Francis, Marie Crofts, Wig Chicks. I don't know what you're about, but okay. Charlemagne Jafirin, our long-term supporter Anthony Wallace, we appreciate, love you so much. Demetrius, I can't see, Demetrius, thank you so much, I can't see your last name. Mary Arrington, Joseph Reed, Nicole Bird, Nicole Farrell, Walkie Elodia, and many, many more. I'll definitely give a shout out to the others on the channel: Linda Sadler, Rosie Claire, I don't know how to pronounce your name, sorry about that, and many, many more of you who came, and you've just the love donations and even the words you gave us to show that you really do support the change, the narrative war that we are fighting on our behalf, and the role that we are playing as one of the trumpet blowers in this season. We appreciate, love you so, so much. Family, it looks like the royal family of the divided kingdom are actually starting to change their tone. I think they finally, they're changing their tone, but they're changing tactics. Let's just put it like that. And it's just like, if it's not going to work, instead of letting it burn down, you might as well try and, redirect. And that's what Babylon never gives up. They'll always try and chart a new course, try and redirect, but always try and make sure that they cling on to the global narrative. So the Commonwealth heads of government, they recently had a meeting, the heads of state. It took place in Rwanda, and he was talking to the 54 members of this. That's like 54 members of this British Empire family that are still there. Represented from Africa, Asia, Europe, the Americas, and the Pacific. And he had a lot to say about the union and respect and blah, blah, blah. But the most shocking thing is he actually, he said he feels deep personal sorrow, which is more than the Belgian president, king, prince, whatever, Philippe ever did. So he says, in his own words, I cannot describe the depth of my sorrow at the personal suffering of so many as I continue to deepen my own understanding of slavery's enduring impact. If we are forged with a common future that benefits all our citizens, we too must find new ways to acknowledge our past. Quite simply, this is a conversation whose time has come. And he said, it seems to me that there are lessons in this for our Commonwealth family. And he was basically talking about how he had gone to Canada and tried to meet with indigenous groups to try and forge a new future. But are you seeing, family, how they're trying to kind of wash their hands of this situation? Because it's the same tone as what Philippe from Belgium was saying, like new partnerships for the future with respect, etc., etc. But the backlash was so bad, family, that the royal family had to change their tone towards Africa and towards the Caribbean after the embarrassment that William and Kate went through, till when he went back, they were like, this trip showed us our great insensitivity and lack of understanding to, you know, the colonial past. Then the queen tried to send, it's like she doesn't understand the seasons and the times have changed. You know, she tried to send her youngest son, Edward and Sophie, same backlash. And then Prince Charles actually went to the whole handing over of Barbados when it became a state in 2021, and you know, on that he said it in that time when the country was becoming a new republic, from the darkest days of our past and the appalling atrocity of slavery which forever stains our histories, the people of this island fought their path with extraordinary fortitude. Emancipation, self-government and independence were your waypoints. Freedom, justice and self-determination have been your guides. I mean, come on. This is how they try and weasel the narrative. That's why, family, if you want to understand the Babylon system, understand the traits and characteristics of a narcissist, how narcissists feel above everybody, how they feel special, how they feel entitled, how they look down on everyone else. Like, understand the psyche of the narcissist and you'll understand the psyche of the enemy of our soul. But this is quite unprecedented that he actually came out and said personal deep sorrow. So it's still not like the royal freaking whatever saying we're sorry, but he personally feels it. And I think they've seen that if they don't change the tone, then this thing is going to accelerate. But as I said, family, what we're witnessing now with different nations wanting to become republics, etc., is that narrative is over, and there's always a domino effect with these things. If you look at the 50s and the 60s, in the same breath where our African American brothers and sisters were demanding their civil rights, it's the same period that Africans on the motherland were demanding for independence, an independence that was stolen from us, and we just got like a paper independence, but not the true thing. But we are in the season of the true liberation and the true independence. That's why you see all these former colonizers coming and being like, you know, new partnership, let's look to the future, let's forget the past, let's learn from the past. But it doesn't work. And I think, you know, like now, because these guys, you know, Charles doesn't just come and make speeches. These are things where first of all, I don't even think he writes his own speeches. These are things that are analyzed, assessed, and he's literally given a paper like, this is what you're going to say, you know, and, you know, at the heads of government, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, family, you'll still see the awe of some of our local presidents when they're in the presence of these people, because they're so brainwashed. They're so mind-numbed. They have no idea. They're so cloned, literally. But this is the season, family. And you know what? Right now, as I said before, the spirit of the ancestors have taken over this independence war. It's no longer about us. Nature is resetting herself. Justice must be done. Scores must be settled. And the true royal priesthoods must be restored. And the false ones, false leaders, false royal priesthoods, they will crash and burn. And that's what they're trying to prevent with all this, you know, narrative wars. But family, in closing, I really hope you see now how the narrative is everything and the narrative is king. How the narrative is everything and the narrative is king, family. Because if you notice, Babylon is investing so much in these speeches and all of that, because these are the sound bites that go around the world. Anyway, let me know what you think about this whole, you know, Commonwealth meeting, etc., etc. Until next time, family. Tuko pamoja.